Shalawam, shalawam. First off and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, the Greatmillstone, for teaching us this truth according to the Bible in the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi. And shalawam to the elect. This is Jeremiah 50 and 11. It says, because ye were glad, because ye rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. Right, now we're going to go more into that, right, and get a good understanding. Right. I'm going to start at 8. It says, I'm going to start at 6. Jeremiah 50 verse 6. Right? It says, my people have been lost sheep. The shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Right? Because we're at a position now where we've been following the heathens. You know, we've been turned to these other nations, you know, that's not our own, you know. It says, all that found them have devoured them. Talking about these other nations. And the adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. So what they know, that when we're in our right minds, when we're following Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, that we're powerful and what they can't mess with us, right? But while we're here and there's all this pork in the food, there's these GMOs, right? All these different chemicals, you know, that we have to deal with on a day-by-day basis, right? This flooding of wickedness, you know, of that we've been seeing, you know, that we're being made accustomed to, you know, that's normalized now. Those are the things that are keeping us down, you know, right? And only the ones that's gonna wake up from this is the elect, right? The elect of the nation of Israel, right? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the true biblical Israelites, and only the elect of that of those people is gonna wake up and come back to the truth and serve Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi in spirit and truth, right? And receive salvation, right? Before the United States, Babylon the Great is totally wiped away, destroyed, you know. So it says, all that found them have devoured them, and their adversary said, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord. And they say that we offend not, you know. That's why you're never gonna get reparations here, you know. And even if you do, it's not gonna be worth what we really should be getting, you know. And Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi is gonna give us true reparations when we're ruling the whole planet Earth, right, and the universe. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even the Lord, the hope of their fathers. Remove out of the midst of Babylon, and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans, and be as the he-goats before the flocks, right? And this is to remove out of Babylon spiritually, you know. We're not gonna you know, go and try to live in Sudan, you know, just to flee from the United States. You know, it doesn't work like that, right? We're going to be beamed up in chariots, or the elector's going to be beamed up in chariots, you know. Wherever that destruction is, right? It says, for lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain, right? Because you already hear about these ICBM missiles with nuclear warheads attached that basically sound unstoppable, you know? It says, and Chaldea shall be a spoil. All that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord, right? That's talking about these Edomites, right? The kingdom of the Edomites, right? The Caucasians. It says, because you were glad, because you rejoiced, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, right? Because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls. Because they destroyed us. They destroyed us from who we really are. You know, they took away and they blocked us from us getting the information that we are the true Hebrew Israelites. They stripped it away from us, you know. Now it's coming back through the spirit and power of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi. But they're still pulling us down, right? Right? It says, your mother shall be sore confounded. That's talking about Great Britain. She that bare you shall be ashamed. Behold, the hindermost of the nations shall be a wilderness, a dry land, and a desert. Because of the wrath of the Lord it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Everyone that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues. Right? So we're going to get into that point where it talks about that they destroyed our heritage, right? Now, it was a prophecy that this would happen. This is Jeremiah 17, verse 4, right? It says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. Right? And that forever is for a period of time, you know, like when you're waiting in a long line, it feels like forever, you know. That's us being in this captivity. It feels like forever, but it's just for a period of time, you know. Right? So what, we had to discontinue from our heritage, and he used who to do it, right? This is Micah 2:2. Actually, let's go to 1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Right? So there's a people that's known for doing this, right? And if you use common sense, you know it's the Edomites, the Caucasians, right? So, and they're the ones, they're the violent man, right? They're the ones that covet fields and take them by violence, and we're going to get into it more. In these scriptures, it talks about the violent man, right? And let's get Psalms 140:11. It says, let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him, right? And we were talking about in Jeremiah 50, right? It's gonna be those ICBM missiles with nuclear warheads attached. That's in that assembly of great nations from the North Country. That's what's gonna take out this violent man. You know. It says Psalms 140:4. It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have proposed to overthrow my goings. Right? And they overthrew us and took away our heritage. Right? But now we're getting it back, you know. So now we know who our enemy is, and now we really need that protection. Right? Let's go. Psalms 18, verse 48. It says, he delivered me from my enemies. Yea, thou liftest me up above those that rise up against me. Right? Thou hast delivered me from the violent man. Right? And that's all pointing to Esau, Edom. You know? So I think that was it on that. You know? But all these scriptures, you see how these scriptures line up. You know? it's a puzzle and it's telling a story, you know, so we can get a true meaning and a true understanding, right? Because you get to a verse like this where it says, Jeremiah 50:11, because you were glad, because you rejoice, O ye destroyers of mine heritage, because ye are grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, right? This grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls is saying how fat and how rich and the wealth that they've got from destroying us, you know, how high up they are compared to us because of what they've done to us, you know. So that gives you a good clear understanding, Lord willing, about this verse, you know. Just giving a couple scriptures that you can link together with this, right? Um, uh, there's a verse. What is it? Right here, Job 20. Mm, yeah, let me start right here. Um, Job 20:15. This is talking about the wicked, right? The triumphing of the wicked. Job 20:5. It says, no, or Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed on earth, or upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach on unto the clouds. That's talking about that grown fat as the heifer at grass and bellow as bulls, right? Right? Saying the same thing. It says, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Because he's going to be totally wiped away, you know. Let me skip down just to get to the point. Verse 15, it says, he has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again, right? Because he's that fat cow that's eating grass, just eating all day and just getting all fat and big, you know. It says, and he shall vomit them up again. They're gonna come to us, those riches. Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi shall cast him out of his belly. All right. Verse 19, just skipping around, it says, because he have oppressed and have forsaken the poor, because he have violently taken away an house which he builded not. Going straight with these other scriptures, right? Surely he shall not feel quietness in his belly. He shall not save of that which he desired, right? Verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, Yahawah by Hashem Yahawashi shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating, right? So you see, if this is a great chapter to read, and it really goes back into this point, you know, to get a better understanding. But even with just those scriptures, you understand that he's taken these riches of the earth, right, and oppressed the people, especially the Israelites, to get these riches, and what he's going to vomit them back up, right? So, hey, with that, Lord willing, you had were edified. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, Bahashem, Qadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of a Greatmillstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible and the spirit and power of Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawashi, and Shalawam to the elect.